Oluronbi o, janja, Iroko janja. Oluronbi o, janja, Iroko janja. Hello, my children, how are you? It's so happy to be here with you people tonight. It's been very long time. I miss all of you. How are you? I hope you are fine. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. I came tonight because I have a very, very exciting story for you. And I am sure, by the time I finish this story, you will love the story and you will enjoy the story very well. But before I tell you the story, you know as usual what Grandpa has to do. Grandpa has to drink some water because Grandpa is old. Today I went to the farm and I had to do some other things. So, but let me drink some water and receive some energy and strength. Mm, 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 mm. Umida, water is good. And guess what I have today again? I have some cola, cola nuts. Obi, bitter cola. When you eat it, it is good for the body. You know, it's not every time you be drinking something that is cold and is sweet and is sweet. You eat something that is also very bitter. Bitter things are good for the body. Let me eat some cola nuts. Okoro. It is bitter. But it is good for your body. Tonight, let me tell you the story that I want to tell you. It is a very old story that I'm sure you will love. It is the story about a lady. Her name is called Oluronbi. What did I call her name? Oluronbi. It so happened that long time ago, in a village, there were many women in that village that had not given birth to children. And they were looking for children. One woman, everybody wanted to carry their sons and daughters and sing and dance. But many of them were not giving birth. It was in that village that Oluronbi was. And so on a certain meeting day, all the women gathered together. And then they said, we cannot continue to look at ourselves like this and be barren and not have children. What do we do about this situation? And some of the women said, hey, let us go and meet Eledumare. He is the one that can give children. They said, where does Eledumare stay? He said that he stays everywhere. And anytime we call on him, he will answer us. It is better we just go and call on him and he will answer us. And some of the other women say, which answer us? Have you not been praying all this while? You have been answering and answering. If Eledumare was alive, he should have answered us. Then another set of women said, listen, we have heard that there is a mighty Iroko tree in the forest. And there is a spirit inside that Iroko tree. The spirit is called Ejiwura. Ejiwura. Yes, and Ejiwura. If we go and meet him and tell him that we want children, he will give us children. Many women that have gone to meet him, they have never failed. He will give them children. Then the other woman said that, are you people sure about this Ejiwura? They said, if we are sure, we will go into the forest. And so most of the women decided that they were going to meet Eledumare. But many of the other women decided that they were going to meet Ejiwura in the Iroko tree. And guess what? Oluronbi herself decided to go to the forest, to the big Iroko tree, to go and meet this spirit called Ejiwura. So on a certain day, they all set out. But when they were about to leave, some of the other women that were going to the Iroko tree told each other, they said, listen, if we go to meet Ejiwura, he will ask us for something. He does not do things for free. He does not do things for free. They said yes. He said he will demand something. What we will do is that we should tell him what we will give him. Oluronbi was listening. She was doing like this. Sure, me. I will not give him anything. I know what I will tell him. Well, the other woman said, we have told you, this is what we should do. Find something and say what you will give Ejiwura. So they started going into the forest. And after they walked for a day, they got to the mighty Iroko tree. And when they got to the Iroko tree, They clapped their hands and said, Ejiwura, 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 we are here, oh. And out of the big Iroko tree, the spirit of Ejiwura came out and they said, why have you come to look for me, you women? And they all knelt down and said, hey, Joe, please, oh, Omolawawa, oh, it is children we look for. Please, Ejiwura, help us. We have been buried for many years. And Ejiwura said, you know that I do not give things for free. What will you give me if I give you children? And all the women, many of them started saying things. Some of them said, I will give you my goat, Ewure. The other one said, I will give you my sheep, Aguntomi, I will give it to you. Some of them said, I will give you my Eleke, my Ireke. Everything, my beads, I will give to you. Some said, I will give you my jewelry. He was saying, okay, I have heard. And then he came to Oluronbi and then he said, Oluronbi, what are you going to give to me? But because Oluronbi was a very selfish woman and she was a very impatient person and she does not like to give, she said that, I will give you my child that you gave to me. And all the other women said, Oluronbi. She said, what? That is what I will give you. I will give you the child that you gave back to me. And Ejiwura said, okay. After 1 year, when all of you have your children, I will take what you have promised me. And all the women said, oh, Ejiwura, and they danced and they left the forest and went home to their husbands. And after 1 year, 12 months, they all began to sing and rejoice because they had given birth. Oluronbi gave birth to a very fine, bouncing baby boy. He was very, very fine boy. And then after a year, they heard the voice of Ejiwura said, come and give me the things that you promised me. And so in that month, all the women that went to meet Ejiwura, they carried their children, they carried themselves with their children at their backs, and they went back to the evil forest to go and meet Ejiwura. And when they got there, they began to give Ejiwura what they brought. The one that said that I will give you my goat, gave the goat. The one that said I will give you my sheep, brought the sheep. The one that says my beads, he brought the beads down. And then when he got to Oluronbi, he now said, Oluronbi, you promised to be your child. Where is the boy? And then she said, please, hey, Ejiwura, please. I know I promised you my child. Shugban, please, I love this boy so much. I've come to plead with you. Forgive me for all I said. I cannot give you my child. And the spirit of Ejiwura got angry and said, no, nobody lies to me, and I do not forgive, and I do not forget. I want your only child. And all the other women said, and we told you, Oluronbi. And she had no choice than to give the child to Ejiwura. When all the other women returned to the village with Ejiwura and Oluronbi, their husbands began to ask, where are my children? And they brought their children. But Oluronbi could not bring back her son because Ejiwura, the spirit of the Iroko tree, had taken him from her. And so for the rest of her life, she became barren. All the other ones that went to Eledumare and did not give Eledumare anything except praises and dances, all had their children very healthy. But Oluronbi, she did not have a child again, and she was barren for many years. And so in that village, they began to sing a song anytime they saw her pass. And here is the song. I will sing it for you. I hope you'll be able to sing it yourself. Here is what it says. Olukaluku jeje ewure, ewure, ewure. Olukaluku jeje àgùntàn, àgùntàn jologbo. Oluronbi jeje ọmọ rẹ̀, ọmọ àpọ́n bí epo. Oluronbi o jọ̀njọ̀n. Iroko, John, John. And that was the end of the story. It was a very sad story because Oluronbi never had a child again. What did you learn from this story? I learned that you should be patient and do not go and say what you cannot do, and that you should be content. And that when they ask you to go and meet Eledumare, it is better you meet Eledumare who is kind than other spirits that will not forgive and will not forget. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed the story, tell me what you learned in the story, and another time I will come and we will sing another good song. Abi? I love you, my children. I love you. Let me drink some water. Let me drink some water. Make sure you drink water. Oh. Omida. Omida, Oluronbi, oh, Jaja, Iroko, Jaja, Oluronbi, oh, Jaja, Iroko, Jaja.